Yeah, it should be like. Yeah, see the questions button? So
David.
David. Yeah, so you just hit the go live button, I guess.
Okay.
Ah, so nervous. Hey, is it working?
Says we are live.
Yeah, we're live. Hi, Instagram.
Nobody's off.
But it records it and it puts on your story or whatever for later. Does it like say where?
Yeah. Well, it should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to use the internet.
Oh, like there's one person.
Hi, Janet. Oh.
Oh,
She left.
She gone. She was like, nah, fuck this.
Quality content
Just of a dog.
of the dog. Yeah.
See, I wonder
Wait,
how do
there's
I.
2, 3.
Oh my god.
What up, guys?
Slow
We're trying to
down.
like figure out how to do this, so just bear with us for like 2
Logistics.
seconds. Are we live on Facebook? Yeah, we're live on Facebook too.
And I'm just like, my arms hanging out, all awkward.
Boom. Yeah, that's cool.
There's 2 of them.
Hi.
Yeah. I'm sure like my mom will be popping on in like 0.5 guaranteed. Well, that's kind of a cool shot. Yeah. What? You don't want to
Gross.
You don't want gross.
The camera loves you, Max. Come on. Come on, bud.
How do I just go to oh yeah, Pixfigure live. So sweet. Ooh, what happens if I do this? Quest.
No, so then it's gonna show you
Do the 2 camera pass around thing? Does that work?
it works, but
What's it look like when you do that?
splits
It splits the screen.
Yeah.
Oh really? That seems...
J Clops.
Hey J Clubs. John, congrats on the job, dude. John just got like a full-time design position.
Oh, nice.
What was I think what was it called? Like backwoods, something like that. It's like a BFD down there.
Hi, Yoni.
Hi Yoni.
Dads. Somebody said they missing your pom-pom earrings.
I'm missing them?
I have
I
2
think they
minutes
just miss you.
Oh.
Who misses me?
I don't know. Eastfield?
Oh.
I don't know who that is.
Still.
Is that you simply not?
Oh, we're having trouble with this.
You have 2 minutes, Yoni. Okay, ask us all the questions.
Should we do like an intro before we?
Oh, yeah,
I
maybe.
guess.
Whoa.
Hello, internet. We're really socially awkward, so this is like a weird thing that we've never done before. But we figured we've got 2 job applications out right now on our website, and we're looking for 2 account execs. And we're trying to do that whole like culture and branding thing for ourselves more lately. So we figured we would just do like a live stream, see how it goes. We're gonna stay on the live stream until 1 o'clock Central Time. I don't know, it's only 15 minutes. So, because everybody's not gonna come at once, you know. They're gonna like float through in. So yeah, we figured we'd stay live until 1 o'clock Central and answer any questions that anybody has about Pixelbakery, what we do, who we are.
What about Max?
Or about Max, the dog. He has a lot of comments on hopes and dreams and failures. What happens when you die? It's very deep.
Yeah.
Niche. He likes niche.
So,
Big cunt guy.
Yoni would like to know how many spins can Max do in a row.
Ooh, how do we do this? Okay. Can you flip the camera? Is that possible?
Yeah.
This is gonna be so mean, and I feel so bad. Next, you wanna go for a cry? You wanna go for a walk? You wanna go for a walk? How many spins can you do? How many spins can you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
5,
Can I see 7? Can I
6,
see 8? Oh my god. 8?
7.
9? 9? Can you make it to 10?
Ooh, and that's 10.
Okay,
We
we
can do
capped
10.
it. We capped it.
Oh, that was mean.
I feel so
Okay.
bad, buddy.
We'll take him out
I'm
after
still
this,
going.
we promise. We'll give him a treat.
Here, you want to shoot too much, Sean?
I know, set you up all for nothing. Come back over here.
You can shoot
So-
this whole thing.
That was.
This just in, Yoni, big advocate of animal abuse.
No,
Hey,
he left. He already.
Oh, Yoni left.
Yeah.
We're not entertaining enough
Oh,
I guess not.
for
But
Yoni Gill.
That's okay.
don't stay.
You don't. We could, you want to start off with answering some of the questions that were already posted,
Yeah.
except for the why does Elena hate men one, because Elena's currently not here and can't answer that.
Elena had a meeting pop up, but she will be here in a few
Shot
minutes.
or something.
So we do have a few
Successful.
questions.
Shot or something. Alcohol. Could not be awkward, but
The first one is from Dabbler by Design, I think, and it says, "Do you have any internship / part-time positions open?"
should we give this to Josie since it's her?
Yes, we do have a part-time / internship position open. You should apply on our website. Maybe for the account executive part-time, and then we have a apprentice student bonus role as well. So
Yeah. All the details are up there.
Yep,
On the
positions
website.
paid.
What?
We pay our bacon huts.
Next question is, what projects are you working on right now?
Shit, what projects are we working on right now? Clearly nothing if we have enough time to fucking live stream.
No, so we are about to start on one of our biggest projects ever. So, whoop whoop. Yeah, so we're about to start that. And yeah,
Sorry,
so
Hannah didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
yeah, we've got a pretty big project with Soul Pancake starting pretty soon, which is exciting. It's like a 7-part video series type of thing. So,
Can we tell them what it's about, or do you have an idea?
not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
But it will be super awesome. Earlier this week, we wrapped up on some Country Stampede stuff, so that was fun. It's our favorite thing in the whole world.
It was outside the whole time, and one of the days I forgot to put sunscreen on my left arm, but I did on my right, so I have proportionally tan arms
That's
Kate
fine.
said I sent you so many questions.
right now.
We'll get to them.
Should I
Yeah.
pull up the questions so we can like?
Yeah, so we did go to Country Stampede this last weekend, and we've been editing all of those videos this week, like the recaps and the just like full weekend summary video. So we're doing that. We also had this really quick turnaround animation that we did in a few days for some government work. So not the coolest thing, but it was still pretty fun. So that's kind of what we've been working on this week. And
Ooh.
my mom's here.
Oh.
Oh, hi Janelle. Janelle, I need my yearly physical. Can you
Anyways,
schedule that?
okay, what other?
Maybe we could tell them what we're potentially working on, or what meeting we're
My
using.
mom's here.
Oh,
Your
your mom's here too?
camera light's on.
My mom. Sam one mom. That's her mom.
Who is?
Sam one mom.
Uh,
Not Hannah one mom, but
Sam
Sam
one.
one mom.
Sam
Because
one
Sam is the favorite child.
She named her Instagram after.
Sam one mom.
Oh, Hannah's mom. That's brutal.
Okay, we do have another one.
Bitch.
Which animation softwares do y'all use?
Y'all. Should I do that one? Probably.
Yeah.
So as far as what software we use, every single port. So we mostly use After Effects and Cinema 4D. Cinema 4D for all of our 3D stuff, After Effects for like compositing the 3D stuff, and then all of our 2D. And then so basically as far as like workflow goes, Hannah is our primary illustrator. She starts in either Photoshop or Illustrator and starts working on all of our assets. And then once we kind of get his style defined and she can set like up rules of engagement for how illustrations look, we kind of start working off of her files in Illustrator until we get like an asset library built up. And then usually Maddie will pick up from there inside of After Effects, do an animatic.
Maddie's in Florida.
Maddie's in Florida. Rest in peace, we're so sorry. How hot is it in Florida right now?
Scorcher.
Scorcher.
I don't know.
But yeah, and then we do it in After Effects, and then once we're done with our production edit of an animation, it goes into Premiere, and that's where we do some more fine tuning with color grading and sound effects get added, music, beds,
VOs.
voiceovers,
Yeah.
other stuff. We trim it up a little bit, and
Don't.
then that goes to the golden copy, the master. So yeah, I don't know if that was a really roundabout way.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Just a couple other questions, I think, filing in.
Would love to work with you guys. What do you look for in an applicant?
Can I tell them my secret? Should I tell them the secret of our application process?
Sure.
So, do you know this, Josie? Or it's the red flag? You know the secret, right? What is it? Talk yet. So as far as applicants go, we really care about like two things that are really major. We care about like self-starters. We're a really small company in a small shop, so we need people that have ambition and drive and can take initiative and just like do shit without much oversight. Like at the same time, yeah, we'll train our employees to where they need to be, and we're big believers in, you know, motivation over skill, but we still look for employees that have that motivation. And then the other thing that we like to see in applicants, self-actualization would be really big for me, I guess. People that are self-aware of their surroundings and how they're affecting the planet, their friends, their community, stuff like that. We like to hire employees that are just conscious about their design choices and about, I don't know, social justice. And does that make sense? That's kind of a bad answer. Shit. But okay, so our secret on our application process, and this is for the 11 people watching. This is how we instant filter people out. Is there's a trick question on our application, and I think it's the last question. It's why do you want to work for Pixel Bakery? And it's like 50-50 for applicants. Half of the applicants will say something along the lines of, I want to grow as an animator, I want to do this, I want to do that, yada, yada, yada. And it's all like very much me-centric, and those applications just go into the trash can. And the ones that actually get jobs in interviews, like Hannah, I think yours was really great. It's been like a year, but it's always something along the lines of Pixel Bakery looks like a very inclusive place to work, and I've followed your work for a really long time, and I would love to be a part of that team and learn from you, but also build with you. So we take the applications that are like not me-centric and are more geared towards like, how do I be a part of this community and this team? So that's our trick question, which filters out 50% of the applications, which is dope. This hiring is really stressful. I hate doing it.
What is our favorite typeface? Font.
Big John Pro.
Yeah, we use Big John Pro for our primary typeface, and then I guess we could tell them the results of our last. Yeah. So we did a type question, like I don't know, was it 2 weeks ago now? Asking our Instagram followers for advice on what our secondary typeface should be, and Gilroy was the winner, so we're using Gilroy.
Which is funny because it was Hannah's
It was Hannah's suggestion.
suggestion.
I know, but a lot of people really liked it, so we ended up going with Gilroy, and
That was almost a tie, wasn't it?
It was almost a tie between,
Wasn't it Allie Langs?
yeah,
Avenir?
yeah, Avenir. It was between Avenir and no, it wasn't hers then. It was between Avenir and Gilroy. So, yeah. Kyler says hello.
Sup, Kyler? How are those teeth? How's your mouth?
Do we have Facebook? Are you checking Facebook?
Yeah, I'm checking Facebook.
Okay. Sweet. Other favorite typefaces.
Dude, I'm a sucker for what's the one Joe Toscano uses? What's it called? It's like DIM, D-I-M.
Dan?
Or no, it's called N-O-E, N-O-E display.
Oh.
It's this beautiful serif. I don't know. It's just very curvy, very
Yeah.
like kind of 60s high fashion feel to it. Very like all the serifs are flat. I don't know what you call that type of serif.
My go-to is still a Montserrat,
Montserrat.
I would say, and I know it's overused, so I need to switch it up a bit.
Every
But
time I hear the word or hear about Montserrat, I just think of Devin Stanza from college.
yeah.
Shout
I
out
feel
to
like
Devin.
Josie's getting cut out of this.
The account
What
exec.
we're able to do here.
Oh, yeah, we're almost mentioned.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Wow. We can move this chair until Elena comes back. Or Max. Okay. Do you have criteria for projects you'll take on?
Wait, what's Hannah's favorite type?
Oh, sorry.
Honestly, right now it's Gilroy, even though I already said that, but
Yeah.
it's Gilroy.
Do we have criteria for projects we will take on?
It's a good
Yeah.
Jersey question.
Yeah, I would say so. We have like internally a lot of moral, I don't know, initiatives, I guess, that we really care about. So we definitely try and target those kinds of businesses and organizations to work with. We're really big on working with nonprofits as well. So we're always looking to see how we can kind of make an impact there as well. Yeah, Josie, I guess, could maybe hit on a little bit more.
Just aligning our values with
Yeah.
them, or like making sure that if there's similar values there, we don't want to work with someone who just like supports women's rights.
Yeah.
We're very like NPR card carrying tote bag members.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
probably not a good thing to broadcast, but
No, it's fine. We have a lot of stuff that we stand for, and we definitely won't work with specific companies or organizations that don't, hey, come on, align with what we believe in at the end of the day. But we haven't really, it hasn't,
oh my
come
god.
on. It hasn't really been too much of an issue. I think most people generally can see based off of our Instagram and just like our general like appearance of who we are as a company. I don't think it's a big shocker who we would like to work with. So
Like, didn't we have, it was a couple of years ago, we had like some Republican that was like very anti-pro-choice or something. And
yeah,
you're like, 90% of our company is women.
yeah.
We're gonna
We
pass.
yeah, the majority of this company is women, so yeah, we definitely like to stand up for all those things. So yeah,
Also, fun. That's like a big thing for us.
oh
is
yeah, for sure.
We really like interesting and unique
Mhm.
clients.
Yeah.
Yes, every day is different, and that's one of the benefits of working here.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, it's definitely, we get a lot of enjoyment out of working on certain projects over others. At the end of the day, like, we love working on everything, but sometimes we finish something and we're like, that was fucking awesome. And we had so much fun doing it, even though it was stressful. And so,
Press it free.
yeah,
Really
or
rewarding.
Kelty. Yeah,
Kelty
it was
so cool.
it was a pain, and we had a lot of trial and error process stuff throughout, but ultimately it was like the end product. We're just so happy with it, so all of the late nights and weekends and everything was worth it.
Hi, Carl. Carl.
AJ Wiley says, hey Jordan.
Good boy.
Hi, AJ.
Hi, AJ.
Oh,
Why didn't you say hi to me?
Okay.
Yeah, rude.
Yeah. Do you have anything from Facebook?
No one has asked anything on Facebook.
Wow.
We have 2 viewers
Cool.
on Facebook.
What's that last one?
Cool. One of them's our lawyer.
Oh, that's.
AJ says hi. Okay, we do have some more questions we could answer from the pre-questionnaire.
Are there any other ones we missed?
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Or like, it's like a
Oh, whoa! It pops up the question.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait. So how do you?
Wait, does the viewers see that, or just us?
Don't know.
Oh.
TBD.
That's sweet.
Any advice on creative blocks
Oh,
in general? Because Kate
We've
just
a-
gives up and naps.
she does. We have a client named Blocks, so I was confused for a
No.
second.
I
Oh, look, it
think.
does. It's so sweet.
Oh, sweet. I think a big thing, as far as like creative blocks go, I mean, everybody that is in the creative field experiences it. And some days you're just like in the vibe to create, and other days you're like, nah, no, not happening. I think a big thing that I like to do is switch up my workspace a little bit. I think people are victims of the workspaces they create in, so sometimes you have to get out of where you're working because maybe you're just like in a funk and you don't feel creative in your space. So I like to switch it up and sometimes just go different places and kind of, I don't know, coffee shops are always the go-to. I think it's like good vibes all around there. So
Or just like
I'd say so.
step away from it. For like whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Just like step away from it for a second.
Can't tell if I'm like focusing. Yeah, stepping away from projects, that always happens as well. You can't just stare at something and hope that your mind will help you figure it out by staring at it. It's never the best solution. I'd say, yeah, definitely just take a step back, maybe do some brainstorming, and then come back to it later. We do that all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have anything.
Yeah, I would say, so for me, like my 8 to 6 job, I guess, everything that we create has like a direct path for like our creative pipeline. Oh my god. Sweet puppy.
Keep going.
Just talk over the dog. Yeah, everything has like a creative path and it's within a box to some degree. Our clients trust us a lot with pushing the limits on that box, but there's still things that they need to see. We have to hit on their value propositions. It has to align with their brand, stuff like that. So for me, in order to like not get burnt out and to not get creative block, I need to like go home every once in a while and just like let my mind wander inside of like After Effects or Cinema 4D and just do weird shit with no expectations, no limitations. I just open up a document and something weird pops into my head like a mailbox and I start modeling a mailbox and I just let it evolve as I develop it. And that just kind of let some of those neurons take a rest.
How long did it take you to do the Polaroid camera?
4 months.
4.
Yeah.
Well, off and on.
Off and on.
Yeah.
I wasn't working on that
It was a side project.
every day.
Yeah.
Did I tell you what I'm doing next?
No.
Laundromat.
Laundromat?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I model a laundromat.
Can I do actual laundry?
Do you have to pay for laundry? No. But yeah, as Joe said in the chat, do something else, come back with fresh eyes. There's fine.
Another question. Oh, you can like answer or like ask in the chat, like privately. That's cool.
Oh, that's sweet.
Anyways, we do have another question. How did Pixel Bakery start? So way back in 2015, Jordan and I were about to graduate college, and this was in December, so not a great time for job prospects. And so right before we graduated, we kind of got in a small group, also with one of the other co-founders, Tony Bertino. We all got together and just started playing around with the concept of creating something out of nothing. And we met in a coffee shop, coincidentally, a few times.
Crescent Moon.
Crescent Moon.
Shout out to Crescent Moon.
Yeah, so we met there a few times, just kind of spitball ideas. It was kind of, I don't know, it started out as almost a joke, and we didn't really have any major expectations for anything. And then graduation was coming faster and faster, and all of us were like, oh, this might actually have to be a thing because none of us can get jobs. So then
It's such a boring.
I know, it's a really boring answer, I guess. So then we graduated, immediately started this. We were all working out of our apartments and talking over like Google Hangouts, trying to make our website and all of this stuff. And we met at another coffee shop, which no longer exists, to do our branding, our initial branding. And then, yeah, it's Cottonwood. And then
Rest in peace.
from there, we had the chance to get a very small office space. And so we worked out of this old building here in Lincoln, Nebraska for quite some time. Like, how long did we stay there?
We were there for 2 years.
Yeah, like
right?
2 years or so. About, yeah.
Shout out
And-
to Social Assurance.
Yeah, it was quite literally a shoebox. There was no windows to the outside, so we had no reference of time at all. So that was kind of fun. And then we finally got the chance and kind of built up our funds a little bit to be able to buy our own space or rent our own space. And so now we're part of the Turbine Flats community, which is just a giant co-working space here in Lincoln, and there's a lot of different companies here, and we've been here ever since. And that's how we got here. Our first client was a small gift shop out of Sidney, Nebraska. So that was
Sydney Floral.
Sidney Floral. That was our first client, and should we tell them how much we charged?
It was like what?
Yeah.
$300
We
or
charged
something.
like $300 for a website, and you know, we were just taking what we could get at the time. We were pretty scrappy, and so yeah, so we did that, and I guess things just evolved from there. We kind of built up our credibility over time, and now we're working with a lot of the different agencies here in Lincoln and even Omaha and hopefully soon out of state, and yeah, working with some pretty major companies in the U.S. So, oh, and even we're
international,
We're
baby.
international now.
Expo.
That, and we do have a client based out of Israel, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Singapore.
Singapore or Israel?
I think they have multiple locations. I think it's like Israel, somewhere around there.
We're like hella international. Also, Patrick, your work is amazing, and we're very intimidated by you. We want to work with you too, but holy shit. Patrick's he emailed us his book twice now. I think he's done work for like
Oh,
what movie was it?
oh yeah, no, you made some really badass title sequences.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're very intimidated by you.
Yeah.
He's still
Cool
here.
stuff. There was.
Let's see.
I was going to.
Mitch is no longer with the company, Ted.
Yeah.
He is selling security systems or something in Denver.
Yeah. He works in Denver doing some stuff. Josie's the new Mitch. Yeah.
You the new Mitch, same as the old Mitch.
Nah.
Not really. That's a good reference.
There
I
was
love to-
question. You should look at the questions from before, because I know we had other ones on the first
on
cat.
the- Oh
video.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fest. Somebody else asked a question like in chat, but I closed it and came back, so I didn't
see anything.
scroll up. Oh, Ted. What's your favorite member of NSYNC?
Oh yeah. Favorite member of NSYNC. Mine was Lance. So I don't know.
Was that just
Are you? Yeah, we've got some Gen
Fucking
Zs in this
Or
office,
Gen Z.
so they did
I didn't
not
say my
grow
favorite
up.
One Direction member.
They
Is it
did
Joe
not.
Jonas?
No, it's
Oh my god. No, they didn't.
Seriously.
They didn't really grow up during the NSYNC era.
Did both of you finish the smut book that you were reading?
No, I'm
Oh.
so
What's it called?
After.
Oh, yeah.
After. Josie, are you reading that?
No, I never
Very South fan fiction.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Hannah can tell you all the things about One Direction, but my favorite NSYNC member was Lance. I don't know about Jordan.
You know, I'd go with Lance.
You think so?
I like his hair.
Yeah.
But I also like Paula D.
What?
Or Paula D.
That's not in
I know,
NSYNC.
but like same.
Oh.
I think I like them for the same reasons.
Oh. Well, Justin Timberlake had the ramen noodle hair, so that was
He
pretty.
did have Rowan Noodle.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, okay, that takes so long away. Now Josie can be a little bit more of a part of it.
Yeah. Elena must be taking a bit in the meeting.
I think.
There was another.
Yeah, Ted says, should I be exploring a specific field of ad brand management before starting to look for jobs? I don't know, Ted, are you still in chat? I saw that
Yeah,
you were.
he's on here.
You are.
I
What year in college are you, dude? You can wait for him.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Um,
Ted,
Until then,
Teddy, come back.
Patrick says, is it hot in Lincoln? It's a scorcher out
Yeah,
there,
it's
hot in this
friends.
office right now.
Hotter than
Yeah.
Satan's ballsack.
it's really hot out there. It's pushing 100. So, yeah, not a great day to go outside. But up until like this week, it's been pretty nice out. Like we've had hot days, but it's also cooled down into like 70s, 60s even.
But that's with rain too.
Well, yeah, it was with rain, but it
So,
didn't feel like summer for a while, and now it's like
Yeah.
it's full force. It's here.
Ted says he's a junior.
Junior.
I would say. So, did you switch majors or
He's in college journalism.
East Coast JMC?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, man, it just depends like what makes you happy, you know. Like you're gonna be doing
Don't-
this shit for the rest of your
Don't
life. You know?
just work for a place because of the money. That's like the worst advice.
Santos.
It's the worst advice somebody could give you. Yeah, don't just work somewhere because of money. Work somewhere because you actually care about what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, like money is not what's important. It's you being happy. So,
I would say like so a little bit about my path to Pixel Bakery. It took me 7 years of college to graduate. One of those years I was expelled from UNL for low grades. So I've been like, it took me a hot minute to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. You know, I started in high school. I was like in computer engineering club. Oh my god, I just admitted that to the internet. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna grow up. I'm gonna be a computer engineer. This is me. This is who I am. And I thought it was such a sure thing, you know. And then I got to college, and turns out having an 18-year-old whose like frontal lobe isn't even fully developed yet, like decide what they want to spend the next 60 years doing is like a bad idea. Because I hated it. I absolutely hated computer engineering. Then I switched to architecture. I did that for 3 years, I think. And I suck at math, so I went to where all architects would die, graphic design over in our department, and got my graphic design degree. And it like worked, and it was like a natural path, even though like the whole time I was fighting it. You know, I don't regret it at all, even if it did take me 7 extra years to get to where I need to be. And my mom continually reminds me that I can be a doctor by now. You know, so if you're not feeling it, man, I would just say trust your gut. You know, like spend an extra year, go take some design classes over in the art school, try some. I don't know, like yeah, get an internship as an accounts person somewhere, and i.e. Pixel Bakery, I can't say anything.
oh my god.
Apple Bakery,
Pixel Bakery.
Pixel Bakery.
Yeah.
And you know, see if you like it, just feel stuff out, play it by ear, take your time. Like there's no rush. There's literally nothing but work.
Yeah.
For the rest of your life. So
I can't tell you how many of my friends personally.
rotate a little so Josie can be.
I know, I'm trying. It's really up to you. Gotta scoot.
Should we do a flying V?
You don't know how many of my friends from college graduated and like immediately
So
joined the
scary.
Peace Corps because they didn't know what else to do with
Very
their
promising.
lives, and they weren't ready to join any sort of job force, and they just didn't. Yeah, they didn't do anything and just went and did that, which is awesome, but also it's like stressful in a way because it's like you are paying for this degree. And, I don't know. So take your time. There's no rush, really.
In Philly, you know, there's other ways to learn too. You know, like I once gave a talk to, I think it was like Dawes Middle School once, and they never invited me back because basically my entire talk was about how you don't really need college anymore to be good.
Yeah.
So I told a bunch of middle schoolers they didn't go to college. But yeah, like so I didn't have any professional training in Cinema 4D.
YouTube.
YouTube,
Oh, yeah.
YouTube University for real. Like
That's where we've learned a majority of what we're doing is through YouTube tutorials and just trial and error of messing with programs.
yeah, like
Seriously.
self-taught. Like we still do that. We have like a private YouTube playlist that every time we need to figure something out, you know, you just YouTube it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and other things like being an accounts guy, like I'm so sorry, Amy Struthers, but being an accounts guy has nothing to do with what you learn about in Coach AMC. You know, like it's all about life skills and your personality and how to treat other humans correctly. Sometimes to get what you want out of them, but yeah, there's just so much.
They want us to drop the playlist.
Drop the playlist
Like the link to the playlist.
that we're playing. Oh, yeah, we can do
No,
that.
not the playlist.
I was like, you want to listen to this hip hop lo-fi?
We had lo-fi beats. That's initially what I thought when I read the comment. I was like, nah, they.
Yeah, I'll drop that playlist for sure.
Yeah.
It's funny because you'll be able to like see some of those things directly correlated in some of our pieces.
Oh, for sure.
Like chroma keying, none of us knew how to chroma key
No.
at all. It's not like super complicated to do, but it's just like stuff like that you don't learn in college. You know, Janet Degree. Did we miss any questions before we
I don't
answer
think
Janet's?
so.
Oh, what's your favorite part
Oh,
of
we
the
got more
process?
questions privately, but we can answer Janet's first.
Well, let's do. What's your favorite part of the process?
Is that one of those?
That's from Philly. Philly and the twist.
Okay. Favorite part of our process? I think my personal.
Part where we get paid.
No, I think my favorite, or personally my favorite part is, I mean, Hannah and I do a lot of asset development, so a lot of the illustrative stuff before it gets animated, and so seeing those stagnant things that we create in Illustrator come to life is so cool. I think that's my favorite part, and obviously seeing it all come together at the end as well is really awesome. So that's my favorite. What else?
Mine is like right when like Elena briefs us on something and we're like kind of all together as a team and we just like brainstorm and like spit out ideas and we all get really excited.
Get hyped up.
Hype.
Yeah, I like that. I'm a detail painter. That's what I really have a lot of joy out of. Like I can spend literally 8 hours, an entire day's worth of work on less than 24 frames of animation, and that's it's a big problem
It's a problem.
sometimes. I get yelled at a lot by the other creatives in Elena and Josie, but like that's where I find joy. So and that works really well in our ecosystem too, because you know we all like the concepting phase, and then Hannah really likes the illustration phase. Maddie really likes the animation phase, and I like doing the polish. So we kind of we can create buckets really well and still make sure people aren't like doing something they hate doing. That's my answer. Josie?
Since I'm an accounts, I don't really deal with the animation, but I really enjoy meeting clients and then seeing how we can use our creative services to serve them. I think that's fun.
Sweet. Okay. Do you think it matters where you go to school? I went to a state college here in Nebraska, got a degree in graphic design versus going to a big university.
Janet, what school did you go to, and was it UNL, UNO, UNK? Hey
Hey.
girl.
Hi.
Elena's back.
Hi Elena. Elena's gonna join us while we wait for Janet. I would no. I mean like
It depends, I think, but ultimately, if you have a passion for something and you're driven, I think that what you're going to really do with probably your career is not something you learn in school. Like, yes, school is great for learning the fundamentals and knowing how to be a good artist and just the process, but the actual creation and your specific style is something that you have to develop on your own. And I think that, yeah, utilizing Skillshare, any of those, like Lynda, YouTube, any of those tutorials is ultimately where you're going to learn the detailed things that you want to know. I would say, like I in college we did a lot of projects, but I feel like it was mostly surface level, and I learned a lot in college. I did, but I didn't know anything about video until I started teaching myself how to do it, and now I do a lot of video stuff. So, again, yeah, it's kind of important.
I would say, do you want me to hold it for a little bit? Is your mom getting
I'm fine. I mean, if you want, if you want. Okay.
I don't know if I can get a little angle. So I would say, like, it doesn't matter if you're going to, like, RISD. It doesn't matter if you're at UNL, Drake, SEC. If you're a bad designer, you're going to be a bad designer at any of those. Like, professors with design, like, since it's not a tangible thing, it's very subjective, right? So, like, professors that work in the design field, they're just there to be your Sherpa, like, there's no flashcards that you can flip for design. They're there to, like, guide you into being a good designer, teach you the fundamentals, and help you unlock things from within yourself, so
Yeah,
I
and
think that
so
makes
if you
sense.
think just graduating and then it's going to magically all happen for you, like, I don't know, it's not realistic, really. You have to keep learning and developing, otherwise you just kind of get stagnant.
except for Full Sail. Fuck Full Sail. That's a terrible university. Nobody go there. But like SEC has a really good design program. Like that, they're on par, if not a little better than UNL's design program. And they're a community college. Like some of the students that come out of there are the best
Mhm.
that I see.
Yeah.
But does that help answer your question, or does that just scare you even more? I get everybody.
It's hard.
It is really hard. Yeah, you have to look for a bit.
Elena, why don't you answer why you hate men?
Why are you
Why are men trash? Ask somebody.
Jeez. That's putting me on the spot. I really don't. Like, it's a terrible thing to say. I hate an entire group of people based on things I can't control. However, there is a nice trend towards men thinking that a dive bar is a date and other little trashy things where it's like, I spent $60 on this foundation. And also, we're adults. And this
Wait,
is
somebody took you to a date at a dive bar?
we all know this. We'll talk about this in detail. If he's watching this, you know who you are.
Recently?
Very recently.
Oh.
He knows. I don't know. It's like it was kind of just a ploy to get everyone to say why are men trash, and it's I don't know.
We don't think men are trash.
We don't think men are
No.
trash as a whole thing, but like
Some of them.
treat yourself well, ladies. Don't settle for less than you
Respect
deserve.
yourself.
Respect yourself. Love yourself. Listen to Lizzo. Like that's all you
Listen
need.
to Lizzo.
That's all you need.
I like that.
My arm's getting tired. How do you do this, Carly?
I don't know.
Hold on. Elena with the teeth.
Spilling it. No.
Thanks, Kate. We love you.
Okay.
There's more. I know there's more questions in the.
Yeah,
More
so there's
questions?
a favorite documentary.
Yeah, someone said, what's your favorite documentary? What's our favorite documentary?
Ooh, free
Like
solo.
design.
100%.
So I watched that.
Oh, design
Does it have to be
documentaries?
design or can it be anything?
Okay, no, I'm going free solo because the cinematography on that movie is insane, and I've never in my life felt so on edge watching a movie because I don't know if you guys have seen this, but Free Solo, it's insane. And there's just, I don't know, I'm not really afraid of heights, but just the angles they got with the cameras. Ooh, very terrifying.
That's the thing too. The cameramen had to do that shit too.
But
Like,
they
yeah,
were
they-
hooked up.
They
They were
found
hooked,
the only
so.
cameramen or professional cameramen in the world that were also rock climbers.
Like in the world, there's 2 guys.
There's
that can
3.
Shoot. Oh my god, that's
There's
crazy.
3 professional
Oh, gosh.
videographers that are also rock climbers.
Someone just said,
I-
you're gonna be a, oh, they're gonna be a Maha. Hi, we're gonna be there too.
Yeah.
We're gonna be there.
Free solo or
We'll see you in the ball pit.
No.
free solo?
No.
Oh no.
We talked about Lizzo.
Oh
Lizzo.
yeah,
Omaha.
Lizzo.
Yeah, we will be there for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what else. What do you guys
What other
think?
questions are we looking
Favorite
at?
documentary?
I
I
think
really like Black.
Blackfish. Great one.
Oh, no, we're
yes.
paused.
No.
In more limit.
No. It's my. I have a social media timer.
There we go.
Ooh,
How do you unpause?
I don't know. Hello?
Hit the refresh button.
Max!
No, that's the flip camera.
How do you unpause it?
I don't know. Is
Are we still going?
it still going?
Yeah, we're still going.
Okay.
Okay, well.
Great. I don't know why it's like that. Oh no, live video pause.
How do you stop it? I don't know. There's no other button.
Tweet.
That just flips the camera. Stupid.
Maybe you just have to kill it, or like do double tap to your app tray and then go back in it. Maybe it like
Double
since it
tap.
like go to all your apps like that are active, you know, and then click back in. Maybe we have to kill it. And,
Nuts. Live? Can you see it again?
no, it still says pause.
Nuts.
Just like kill the app. Oh, there it is. Yep, we're back.
Okay, we're back.
Nope, did you just pause it again?
But we lost everyone.
Audio still works. The
Oh,
live
shit.
video paused. What the fuck?
Okay, we can stop
Or
it.
should I try to do it on my phone?
Yeah, dude.
Are you gonna do it from your Arduino? Or?
Yeah.
No,
No.
I'm just from. I'm live.
Oh, it just picked it up?
Yeah.
Cool.
Seriously?
Hey guys.
Pretty sure you're on ours. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Huh, okay, that works. Weird.
Right.
And we're back.
I don't hold it.
Can you hear us okay?
Sorry.
Oh.
How's the video
hey.
quality? Hi, Faith. Is this better? I mean, we could restart on yours, too.
No, it's fine. Just we only have a few minutes.
Okay, cool.
But we lost the question.
Yeah, we lost all the
Yeah.
questions. Shit.
Damn, sucks. If
Sorry.
anyone has a question,
Abstract, that's my favorite.
Abstract's pretty awesome. Documentary.
Do you like pineapples on your pizza?
I'll say
I don't watch
no.
it.
I feel like
I
that's
don't like pineapple on my pizza, but I don't judge
Love
people that do.
pineapple.
No. Pineapple apologist.
Yeah, if you send questions, maybe send them again because
Mhm.
my
You
social
can check the
timer clocked out.
this button.
which one? Go ahead.
Maybe? No, they're all gone.
No, it's
Are
got
they not?
these. Do
No,
the
the-
internships we answered.
Those are old.
How does it really truly feel to be super cool? I don't know. Because I feel like I'm a nerd.
Well,
That's
nerds
okay.
are cool now.
Nerds are cool. Feels okay to be cool.
I don't know.
I get to date wonderful people like the girl that asked that question. Thank you, Kate. Confidence boost.
I don't. I just
I don't know.
I
I
don't
answered
know.
that
Yeah,
question.
Which is super cool. I mean, we kind of just like do our own stuff. We get to determine which clients we're working with. Like,
KB's here.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
KB, I miss you.
Oh, hi.
What up, KB? How are you? Okay, let's get that thing off the screen. Makes me uncomfortable. But
Oh my gosh.
KB, how's South Dakota?
Aw.
This is our former intern. KB just joined, so that's pretty cool.
Why do you think it's hard to get the first job out of college? I don't mean to be a pessimist, lol.
It's a catch-22 thing. You know, like
Experience.
experience. You have to have experience to get a job, but like
Nobody
you have
wants
to
to
have a
give
job
you
to-
the
yeah,
job
it's
to get
shitty.
experience.
It's really shitty, and I don't know. I think it's an issue with the industry too. You know, we kind of treat designers like shit as an industry, and it sucks. You know, like I really wish we had a union. That's a big thing.
Designers union.
Designers
Designers
union.
union.
Yeah, it's hard to stand out from the rest. It's, you know, you have to like have a style. You have to market yourself well.
Mm-hmm.
You have to grind to get a job. Like, I don't know, it sucks. I wish I had an answer on how to fix that as a community. I don't. I mean, all we can do is say that we're okay hiring inexperienced designers and turning them into good
Yeah.
ones, you know. So that's our way, really small way of trying to fix that. But yeah, I feel your pain, homie. It sucks. It's rough out there.
I mean,
Just
like, I guess, like, the best advice you could probably give is just, you know how to sell yourself in an interview. Like, you know, we're all about self-deprecating humor here, and we're all kind of just, you know, relaxed and funny, but that's not the case everywhere. Just really know your audience, know who you're talking to, be really well-versed on the company you're looking into, and also if you have any connections anywhere, it sounds like, you know, really cliche to say this, but it really is all who you know. So that's
network.
like go to events,
Yeah.
show that you're involved in the community and that you are growing constantly, diversifying your portfolio with different work and good work. I think that's what every professor will tell you, but I guess the only true advice that you could get from the outside coming in or recent graduates looking back is just networking.
Yeah.
For me, like,
We wouldn't be where we are without our network.
You got to do AMA. You got to do the AAF. You got to do things like yacht in college. You know, AIGA. They're all really important.
Yeah.
I would say a interesting way that is easy that you can migrate or mitigate some of that is take a hard look at your resume and ask yourself, does this look like a college student's resume, or does this look like the resume of somebody that's been in the industry for a long time? You know, like if you've got like Culver's on your resume from when you were 15, get that shit out of there. You know, like don't put the date you graduated college on there. Just say I have a degree in this. Like you don't need to say when. You don't need to be specific about it. Like you can put your internships. You know, you still want to be truthful about all that stuff. But like, why shoot yourself in the foot and put things on there that
same as
says I'm young?
GPAs. Don't put
Like, don't put your GPA.
You can, but I don't care about GPAs when I'm looking at applications. Like, you got a 3.8, cool. Well, your portfolio is not great, so
yeah.
Like, doesn't matter.
doesn't
if you have a
matter
4.0.
really.
Which that also, like, looking into that, it really depends on what position you're applying for, about, like, when you graduated, like, what you put on there. Also, kind of going off of, like, do your research on that, but going off of with the resume, really know what you're putting in terms of content there, like, what you do in the job. Like, even if you did work at Culver's and it's the literal only other experience you have, sell it the right way. Don't just say, oh, I worked the cash register, or say you did something because of something in order to do this to benefit the company, and that's going to be a way to sell yourself like that, just in writing.
Yeah, and if you're feeling like your book isn't up to par, I know this is like turning really design oriented more than accounts oriented or operations. But if you're feeling like your book isn't up to par, you know, just do like we were talking about earlier, do personal projects if you have time.
Reach out to small businesses, offer to do work for
Nonprofits.
free, or nonprofits.
Like nonprofits,
Yeah.
just call them and be like, yo dog, I will do free design work for you, just give me a chance to do it.
I just want to build my portfolio.
100%.
They will take that any day, 100%.
And you're doing a good thing.
Yeah, you're doing a good thing, and it helps build credibility for your portfolio that you've worked with, like bona fide clients.
There's also, there's like Upwork or whatever.
Yeah.
That's when I was super poor. That's what I used to do was Upwork. It's kind of a jungle.
It
and
is.
a very toxic community, but I mean it keeps the lights on.
Mhm.
Also, there's nothing wrong with like waiting tables for a little bit after college if you can't find a job. Like there's literally no rush. Like wait tables part time, look for jobs part time, work on improving your book part time.
Just don't
Like, it's okay.
drop everything with your design work, otherwise.
Yeah, we won't get back.
Yeah, have a very hard time getting back into the swing of things, for sure.
There was a question earlier. How much do we like dogs? Scale of 1 to 10.
Scale of 1 to 10.
Max. Max is the answer.
Maximum out of like for dogs.
That's like a solid 25.
25.
Yeah.
25 to 30. Hold on. Max, there he
What you
is.
doing, buddy?
Hi, baby.
What you doing, Mr. Max?
Yeah.
Maxwell Lambert.
It's just such a
He did
He's
spins earlier for
Oh
everybody.
no.
Yeah.
How
So-
cute.
Saw how many spins he could do.
We are huge fans of dogs. Yes. It's a frequent topic of conversation here.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Philly says in Omaha, Cricket Mornings, Omaha is an awesome and chill networking event. Also, On Brand is coming up.
Yeah, On Brand is coming
On
up.
Brand taught me a lot, just about how, as a designer, you can communicate better with your client, and that's something really valuable. That's another thing that, is a great marketable skill for designers or anyone in accounts is just teamwork and knowing how to read a client, talk to a client, and having that reflect in your work.
Hubus. It's Hubus. Turned to Hubus.
Oh, that's in like we have an office in New York City.
Sweet. Are y'all going to On Brand? I think so.
We're gonna send some people. It's like
Yeah.
kind of expensive
Yeah, we are.
for like to send the whole team. Hi, buddy. I know you're a dog. You're a dog. Let's get excited, but then I say I was a production intern and your faces drop. I mean, do you have to say intern? Just say I did production there. I don't know.
In a house in Tennessee.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's just one of those things again, like self-preservation a little bit.
Yeah, like if you do work for like a nonprofit for free, nobody needs to know that you didn't get paid for it.
Yeah.
Literally no one. Just say I worked with whoever. You don't need to say I volunteered or did free stuff for this person, because then it might undervalue yourself even more. That's yeah.
Hi, K9 comments.
We don't want to do that.
What font should I make
Aw.
my Ouija board for best results?
Ooh,
Oh my God. Who are you?
Neil! That's my friend Neil.
I love you, Neil.
I don't
What do you
even
say? What
know.
font should I make my
I would need to do some
I don't know.
exploring.
Like,
Have you guys
I
seen-
would do.
I feel
Well,
like it's
you
like-
have no idea what culture this demon you're summoning is from, so I would do Helvetica just for clarity.
Helvetica Ouija
Yeah.
board?
No.
Oh my God. That's stick with your accounts, Elena. I've seen the American Horror Story typeface literally everywhere recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of places. I don't
It's
even
like
know
it's on things that aren't even intended
Yeah.
to like mimic that. It's like
I think
like
Ouija board
mattress companies.
typefaces are different than that.
They're
even
like
though-
tattoo.
yeah, they're more tattoo realm. Yeah.
More like decorative.
like
Comic
contemporary
Sans.
I don't know a
Comic
specific
Sans.
one off the top of my head, but
Papyrus.
pirates.
Yeah,
That'll
we
get
should do Ouija
gymnastics
boards.
demons.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of want
Yeah.
to start like a Sensta that like just shits on papyrus and like
oh,
there's so many.
There's
places
gotta
to
be
go.
so many.
yeah, there's a lot.
There's a bar that my friend goes to all the time, and their signage is in Comic Sans.
Oh
Like huge, giant signage in Comic Sans with the bad kerning and everything. I'm like, ooh, beach.
no. Ooh, beach.
Yeah, we have to do some exploring. Don't know.
I don't
yet
know.
off the
Like,
top
what
of my
aesthetic
head.
are you going for with these demons? Are you like for the Ouija board?
I actually kind of like the idea of a modern
Modern Ouija board.
Ouija board.
Seems
That's
It's
kinda
like
cool.
a PB Ouija board that we saw on the website.
Oh
I
my
like that.
gosh.
Or like tarot cards.
We
that
talked
are
about
like,
making tarot cards.
yeah, I still want to do
And
tarot
keeping
cards.
tarot cards.
Let's do it. Why isn't this a thing?
Who would buy them?
Because what time?
Me.
We would.
Me.
Bringing us clients, Elena. We don't have time to.
Oh, we like summon clients with Ouija.
I still like the idea of like.
Like you just whip it out in the middle of the meeting.
I want like
Let's see what they
a
say.
card deck of plants, like I don't know, or like a series, an illustrated series of different types of plants
Yeah.
and how to like take care of
Care of
them.
them. Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool. I don't know. I just want to be able to like sell some more us designed shit on our site because that isn't like branded.
Ouija board, but make it Apple minimalist.
Here we go.
Did you see Jonathan Ivey quit Apple? Yeah, he's gone.
Um,
Jonathan Ivey's the lead product designer at Apple.
I don't know.
He's like the
Where'd he
CCO.
go?
He's starting his own place.
Ooh, beach. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, Natalie. Natalie, are you over
Oh
there?
my gosh, she sent a request to be interviewed. Do you want to?
Oh, my God, too. Let's see if we can get this creeper cam going through the window. I just want to see how
It just
this
split
works.
screens the whole
Hold
thing.
on, we're waiting for Gabe.
Waiting for Natalie.
Maybe.
Natalie, accept.
She's across the
She's
hallway.
doing it.
Oh wow. Oh, you're not even
You're
over
not
there.
even in the office.
Hi. We were like yelling at you through the wall, and you're not even over there. What the heck? This is Natalie. She works for the competition.
No. No.
We do help each other.
Yeah.
We're glad you're neighbors with us. Say hello to our Instagram followers.
Hello, Instagram. Pixel Bakery Girl. So, funny story.
Yeah.
The only reason I want to join this live is that I've had multiple times with my come to turbine for a meeting and then say, "Where's the bakery?"
Oh my god.
I love that. Actually, I don't love that.
You are. Talk about bakery and awareness, right? And for competition, clients are asking where you guys are.
You're doing something right.
Drinks on demand, but that you do amazing animation. So,
Aw,
just wanted to throw that in. Happy Friday.
Aw,
Hey, before you go,
Yeah.
why do you think men are trash? That was one of our questions.
Why do I think men are trash? I love men.
She loves men.
She loves-
I think men are wonderful humans.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna be a little pickier about which one I'm gonna have done.
sure.
Very diplomatic answer.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
Who?
I have experience as a journalist, so I'm good at
Feel-
I'll see you later.
Thanks for
Bye,
tuning in.
girl.
Bye.
Maybe.
What was it?
I don't know how you get it.
Oh, I feel like Joe Rogan right now. This is
Wow.
fun.
It's like Joe Rogan. Yeah, so
Sometimes I hate having a bakery in our name.
I know it's a common misconception. We get Uline magazines like once a week with different
Like industrial restaurant.
industrial restaurant stuff we could purchase, like different whisks and things like that. We also get a lot of like restaurant things in the mail. Like this could help your restaurant. People have no idea who we are. Apparently,
We do when we like our 5-year plan, 5 to 10 year plan is to kind of build out our own space, like our own studio. And when we do that, we want to like collaborate with somebody. Looking at you, Goldenrod, wherever you are, Goldenrod, hit us up. We want to like have an actual bakery in the front of our studio that people can like actually walk into and get baked goods, and then we'll have like our open concept in the back with all of us just working. I don't know.
That would be so cool.
I love that idea
just
so
to
much.
really throw people
Just to
off even
confuse
more.
people even more.
Yeah.
I think that'd be amazing.
The client that I just got done talking to, they were talking about what industry they're in, and they were talking about how we're in the bakery industry, and I'm like, you're talking to me about doing a video. What, you think we're bakers, like, as an industry? I'm like, bless your heart, but also that's kind of fun. And then we promised to bake cookies with them
We
sometime.
do sometimes have stuff for clients. Josie is the baker. She's the only one
She's
that knows
the
how
only
to,
one.
she's the only one that knows how to
I think
bake.
it brings me
Mhm.
soon.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I got
So
some banana bread.
she brings some banana bread,
Mhm.
cookies.
Vegan banana bread too. Right?
Yeah.
Shit's good. What do you use instead of butter?
I have balanced vegan butter.
What is vegan butter?
It's just oil, essentially.
But aren't most like it has to be a vegetable oil, right?
I don't know. It's like a hybrid of oils. I don't know.
The comments are
It's not
currently talking about having snacks on available all the time. I don't think any of
We're
us-
so bad at that.
We
We have a
went,
Red Bull button,
No,
a
no.
dash button that's like
yeah,
got put away on the wall.
because we were ordering way too much Red Bull. And so now it's up high, so you can't hit the little pop tab thing. We like the idea of having snacks on hand.
We
But I
do.
would
But-
also eat all the snacks
I
every day.
feel like we'd all just eat it and not all
Yeah.
day, every day, and
We've got 4 slices of leftover pepperoni pizza
Ooh.
on the plate in there.
Josie, next time you bring banana bread in, you gotta get some marshmallow fluff on top and then hit it with a blowtorch.
whoa, that's some
That's
Wow.
that's
Dang.
what's that called?
Yeah, I was gonna
Creme
say,
brulee
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, are marshmallows vegan or do they have like bone meal or something?
Oh yeah,
Why do
Right.
so many
Marshmallows are super
agencies
not,
just
but they do
offer
make- they do
LaCroix?
make vegan ones.
What?
Why do so many agencies just offer LaCroix?
You
It's
know,
cheap as
spicy
shit.
water.
it fits with the culture very well. A
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
people like LaCroix. We've been huge fans of White Claws recently, so we've been drinking those on Friday afternoons and
Hashtag
stuff.
sponsor us.
Hashtag sponsor. No, they're not. And
Dude, I like LaCroix. I really do. Like it's
yeah,
It's just spicy
yummy
water.
water.
spicy.
It is kind of
Says the one that is drinking jalapeno lemonade.
That's good spicy.
No,
This is like empty spicy.
There's
Doesn't
a
make
limeade.
any sense.
I don't know.
Limeade.
Limeade.
Weird.
Yeah.
I like LaCroix. I don't know.
It's
Fucking
it's
haters.
La Croix.
I like quack.
I
La
like
Croix. It's
ice.
French.
My dad used
This
to
is
drink those.
It's
That
a very
seems
mom. It's like a mom drink.
It's like Crystal
Oh,
Light.
yeah.
Like,
Wines.
like my
What's it?
grandma drinks them, and that's all she drinks.
fun. Chlorinated water, malic
They're
acid,
delicious.
peach juice concentrate,
They're really good. They're,
potassium benzoate.
I don't know what's in it. It could be
Paprika.
anything.
Patrick says, can we at least agree that Monster cookies are the best?
Yes.
I do like Monster
I love-
cookies.
Like cookies shaped like a
Eileen's.
monster.
No.
Eileen
Girl,
Johnson.
Who? What? Do you not know what Monster cookies are?
I'm not very sure.
Ooh.
Somebody sent us some monster cookies. We gotta educate somebody.
I don't know what it
I'll
is.
bake some.
Just big
Girl.
I'll bake
cookies.
some.
We got
Okay,
you.
make some monster cookies. It sounds great.
You've had Monster cookies. There's no way.
It's just like a big cookie.
It has 0
No,
calories.
they're not.
It's
big
like
cookies.
peanut butter, chocolate chip, M&Ms.
It's just
and
like-
there's maybe some butterscotch in there too. It's just like it's like a Frankenstein cookie,
It
like
might
of
have
all the
oatmeal on it
cookies.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody send us the recipe for monster cookies. We gotta discuss this.
Mm-hmm.
And what's a compost cookie? Someone look that
That
up.
sounds fucking disgusting.
Yes.
It sounds terrible. Whatever that is.
I don't know. I don't know what that one is.
Dude, Philly's been hanging
Girl,
out
my
for like
arms
the
hurt.
entire
Someone
time.
else want to tap in.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch my seats. So,
Sure.
We got some questions in the bank.
do we have questions in the bank?
Well, down there, see the questions in
Down-
No. On the.
Oh, on the it alerts you. That's so cool.
Yeah.
All right. My sister Faith asks. This is really. You're right. This is hard.
I told you.
Is that everybody? My sister Faith asks, "What's your favorite project you've done?" Should we just pass the phone around for this one? And, my favorite project is
Ever.
Man, that's so hard. I need to like look at stuff. Every time I do anything for the Child Advocacy Center, I end up crying. So probably anything we do for the Child Advocacy Center, I would say, like it's not always the sexiest or most exciting work, but I feel like it impacts the most people, and that's really important to me. Like year to year, since they started working for us for like donation campaigns, they usually see like an uptick in $20,000 or $40,000 each year that we do it, and for me, that's the most tangible. Holy shit! What I do matters. This is impacting lives. Like we literally, in an indirect way, help victims of sexual assault and violence, and that's really cool to me. So that's kind of a non-answer, but that's my answer. Hey Josh, other former intern.
I don't really have a favorite one. I'm just the account director, so like I'm gonna pass this to Hannah as a designer.
Josh, do you wanna split screen with us? Where are you at in the world right now?
He's in America.
He's in America.
Or
Welcome home, Josh.
My favorite project. Well, the exercise you write poster that I made.
Oh, it's not up
That we don't
We
have
don't.
one.
We
We don't have a
We
copy.
sold out of the.
But yeah, that was like the first like illustration type thing I did that I was really proud of.
It's a
And
great cause.
it was a good cause too, so it was cool.
Get out and vote.
Hi Josh.
Oh,
Josie, do you
I think my favorite project probably would be something we did. I'd say Kaneko Reality.
that one's super
It
cool.
was a lot. It was a lot of fun to make, and it was so ambiguous. We could do whatever the hell we wanted to, and so it brought out our inner art major selves, and we just made a really cool thing. And it felt very poetic. I don't know. It was just kind of was a step away from the general like kind of more advertising type of stuff we get to do most of the time. So that was probably the most fun, and it was a part of the installation they had at the gallery. So that was also really cool.
I mean, anything we do for Say Goodbye Grace is our favorite project. Hi, Ryan.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so it was really cool seeing our video play in the gallery amongst the rest of the fine art in there. It was so cool. We also made holograms for that project, so yeah, that was something we'd never done before, and it was super, super sweet. So yeah, I think that would probably be my favorite project. How do you get out of this? There we go.
How do you swipe out of the?
How do you swipe out?
Swipe out.
Yeah.
Let me take it back.
Josh doesn't know how to do it.
Well, I don't. It's not. I think you have to get rid of the that, and then
Oh.
you're just gonna split screen with us. I don't know how you do it.
It's very hard.
Go.
Yeah, there's no way that we're gonna get.
Yeah.
Don't put you in it. Yeah.
Wait. Is there a button you have to? Because I don't have the option right now either. Oh, it's Josh. You have to go to the you have to scroll up and chat, and right after you join, there's a little message that says send a request to be in Pixel Bakery's live video.
Right now, the way Max is sleeping with the lo-fi music, it's like I wish he was on the live stream of like the lo-fi music.
Oh, yeah.
Like chill beats to study to. It's usually like a little squirrel sleeping, like a little raccoon.
I really like the
Oh my
one
God,
where
it's adorable.
it's like anime style, and she's like just doing homework.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I love that one so much.
I like the little raccoon that's in his bed. But I'm
Oh.
gonna watch this right now.
Do we have any questions from Facebook?
Let me check
We haven't
Facebook.
checked Facebook. I keep forgetting Facebook
Forget about
is
the Facebookers.
Facebook is over here, and we're just talking to our phones.
Let's see. We're still live on Facebook. That's chill.
I mean, it didn't cut out on Facebook.
No. Okay.
It's hot in here.
Oh, it is hot.
Yeah.
No, nobody has said anything except for Central Time is the best on Facebook. But we have 4 viewers.
Central Time. I mean, okay.
I don't know.
mean,
It's from early
It's a very
on.
odd take on
What a
things. Best, or wait, Cinema 4D best practices. That's a Jordan question.
I wish I knew, buddy. Cinema 4D best practices. I would say something that gets overlooked a lot is building out like a library. So like anytime you model an object, make sure you add that object to like a library. I would say I like doing that a lot. Also texture packs, stuff like that. They're huge. So we have all of our we've got this Loop 4D on our server, and under the preferences in Cinema 4D, you can actually tell Cinema 4D to check a specific location for textures, materials, and object files as it boots. So that's a small thing. Other than that, I think when you're rendering, start really low. Everybody wants to see the final beauty product, immediately, but it just takes so much time to do that. So ramp up renders as you get closer to being done. I don't know. I don't think that's an obvious thing. I hate the hotkeys that come with Cinema 4D, so I've got it set to Alt click is pivot, Control click is pan, and then mouse wheel is zoom. So I changed those. I think they come as 1, 2, 3.
Render gardens.
Oh. Well, Render Garden's not super deep though.
You are the whatever the you boot up
Oh, Team Render?
team render client.
Yeah. If you have like, that's another thing. If you have like old laptops laying around or anything, like put them on your network and use them to team render because that shit saves you so much time. We're very fortunate where we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 computers in our render network right now, so we can kind of churn through it a little bit faster. But that's like a huge thing. And the equivalent on that, fun fact, it's called Render Garden. We just got it. It's like $100 plugin or so. It works pretty well. It speeds up like render time by like 70% on average.
For After Effects.
For After Effects, yeah. Wow, that was a nerdy discussion. Hi Grant, what up? Oh, he says, well, I just have a shitty and overworked old Mac. Yeah, I
Even
feel that,
then.
bro.
It might help.
Yeah, it might.
Oh, you just have like one computer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grant says he wants your hat.
We are out of PV ball caps right now.
I'm supposed to get my dad one.
Yeah.
You can buy one on our website. Grant.
No, but like we need to order
We
one.
need to order one.
Yeah, like we're out of stock.
Yeah, I think I told.
But if somebody orders one, then we'll put a fire under our ass to put the order in.
So if you order one, I think we even have like
That's
a.
all I have to do.
I think we have like even a discount. It's like PV Family or something, 19, and you get like 20% off shit on the website. I told Relentless that we were gonna order more swag with them like 2 months ago, and then
I think they're
bless their hearts.
fine.
Yeah, and I have like all the Adobe programs on, so it's constantly upset with me. Well, don't have all the Adobe programs on at once. That's your first flaw. I don't know, upgrade the RAM. That's an easy thing to do. If it's old and you can access like the hard drive, swap that out for a solid state drive. That's like that's a huge easy thing to do. Solid state drives are down to like $50 to $70 for a good one. So that's it. Just heard it out. Super hardcore.
I mean, we're already like 20 minutes over.
Are we 20 minutes over? Dang.
So,
We still got 8 people watching.
I mean, yeah, if there's any other questions, but like, wrap it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Should we do last call for questions?
Last call.
Give like all 8 of you. I don't know. Do you know what I mean when I was saying I have party anxiety? Like, do you guys get that too?
That nobody's gonna show up?
Yeah, like right before you throw a party, you get super worried that nobody's going to show up to your party.
This is why we RSVP.
Yeah, but nobody does RSVPs on Facebook.
Culture.
Yeah,
People show up.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Faith is like, yeah, it's because we were raised by the same parents, Faith. Grant says, do you guys have any plans to create a library of stock rigged characters that you can sell as low budget white labeled motion graphic vids? He's being savage.
No, I mean,
No, we don't.
not any major plans for
I mean,
that.
There's
No.
ways that we've like recycled old formats and like we've created custom assets and like built out the rigging with that, and that's the way that we've saved our clients money and saved our time. But like recycling them and just selling them as like stock imagery,
It's just
us better than that, Grant. Stop it.
You know what is that?
yeah, it's just not good practices either. I'm stealing this from you, Elena. Fun fact: every time they make a new Toy Story, they have to rebuild all characters from scratch.
Yeah,
So-
that is a fun fact.
Yeah, because technology changes. So if we make you something using like Duick today, that's like rigged out character, who knows? It might not even be something you can use in a year and a half. Like it might change. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
there's
plus
not a lot of longevity. in
a
doing
lot
that.
of our clients come to us because like we're a commodity. We're how do I phrase this? We're like a luxury good, I guess.
Wow.
I mean that sounds bougie and arrogant. It's maybe not, but that's not the best phrasing.
But like like
And this is pivoting.
if companies go on a hard time or have a hard quarter, the advertising budget is the first to get slashed, and then the animation is the first to get slashed from within that advertising budget. So we're a luxury resource, and we're a commodity. So if we're gonna provide value through that, we need to give something unique and something of value and something that's never existed before. Otherwise, there's somebody that like they could go to goanimate.com and do the exact same thing for $100, but our clients choose us and they
Want custom.
want custom things that are tailored to their brand experience, and they want somebody that they can work with that can tune things perfectly to the way that they want, and so.
And like the strategy and the things that we do for that particular project or campaign, I mean, that's all part of our process too. So, recycled pieces aren't going to cater to that strategy and what true value we're offering with that animation. So I don't think that's something we're not going to be able to share anytime soon. But there are plenty of other places that do that.
Grant wants that Toy Story anecdote in writing so he can give it to his clients.
I could do that.
I could do that.
I'll get it notarized too.
Notarize that shit. Is Mike a notary?
Yeah.
Can we go notarize something with Mike just to say we notarize something?
It's expensive.
To notarize with Mike? No way.
It's like I think it's like $50 to notarize it.
Well, it's probably just his hourly rate.
I
I don't know.
Let's pick
don't know. I'm not willing to get a stamp for a piece of paper.
Just wave. Cool. Yeah. Does anybody else have any final questions or anything before we bump out of here? Bump out of here?
Real smooth, Jordan.
Oh man.
Get back to
Awkward.
work.
All right. Cool. Oh, yep. Philly's waving. Philly, thanks for sticking around for the whole thing.
Yeah.
You're a champ.
Top fan.
Any closing thoughts to our audience?
UPS does notary.
UPS is notary?
UPS.
What about FedEx?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm getting lunch. Like,
Yeah.
we did last call.
Yeah.
I'm going. I'm
Cool.
hungry.
All right. Sweet.
Sweet.
Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out. DM us if you have any questions.
Apply.
Yeah, you'll see us on brand. Some of us, anyways.
Yeah.
And Maha.
And Maha.
Apply for the 2 positions.
Apply for the 2 positions. Carly
on
says.
the website.
Oh, copy.
Yeah.
Especially if you're accounts.
Especially if your accounts. If you just want more info about what that's kind of like. Yeah, just hit up Josie. She's Josie, Josie at pixelbakery.co. Shoot her an email, and she'll give you the deets on that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to. Hannah, you say the final goodbye. I don't want to. I'm bad at this shit. I never know how to do it. Goodbye, my jugglers and juggalettes. Whoop whoop.
Bye.
Okay, bye. No, you hang up first. Just hit the end button.
And then share.
32 viewers.
On the second one.